Assalamualaikum and welcome to Borak Estate, the one and only official AmanahRaya podcast, where we explore all things related to legacy planning. I'm Izzati, and in today's episode, we're diving into something relevant, digital asset. Before we start, I'm actually curious from our viewers out there, how many of you have digital investment? Or maybe shopping apps, e-wallets that you use daily. Maybe you have it 2 or 5 or even more. Because whether we realize it or not, most of us already have digital asset, but we never treat it as an asset. Okay, but here is the issue. What actually happened to all this asset? Especially after your demise, as when no one knows your password. To help us unpack this topic, we have Puan Norazila Matlazim from AmanahRaya with us today. Welcome, Puan Norazila. Now, a quick intro on Puan Zila. She led AmanahRaya's customer relationship management for the past 13 years and has handled thousands of customer cases on this very topic. With long years in managing estate cases and coupled with legal background, Puan Zila is well versed in estate administration and planning case. So this would be a great honor to have you here, Puan Zila, for joining our Borak Estate podcast.
Okay, thank you for inviting me to discuss on this very important and interesting topic.
Before we go deeper, Puan Zila, I think let us start simple, especially for those who may be new to this topic on digital assets. How would you define digital assets?
Okay, thank you. Okay, digital assets are assets that are stored in digital space. It's not in physical form. So to put it simply, common digital assets are like touch and go, e-wallet, Grab, Shopee, e-wallet, and also we have alternative investments such as cryptocurrencies. Okay, now Izzati, do you have digital assets? What type of assets do you have?
I don't have any Puan Zila, but I do have e-gold.
You have e-gold. You don't have touch and go. So how do you pass through the toll?
Okay, I do. I still go with traditional style, which I have to go to the shop and top up.
Your top up, your touch and go, the one that you top up, that is your digital asset. Because the value that you have is considered as digital. It's a digital account, so it's considered part of our digital assets.
Okay, interesting.
So, okay, like for me, I do have many digital assets. I have GrabPay, name it, Grab, Shopee, Touch and Go, e-gold. I do have all this, and all of my assets are listed so that my spouse would know what are my passwords and also all the details of my e-account.
That's really good because you've been sharing.
It's very important for you to share this information. If you do not share this information, this is where the digital asset will get lost or abandoned. Sometimes if it's abandoned forever. It's not claimed at all. So that's why we have to ensure that we have to list down all the digital assets.
Okay, got it, Puan Zila. When you listed everything like that, Puan Zila, I realized it's actually quite a lot. Okay, and I'm curious too, Puan Zila, and I believe for those watching too, do we see this e-wallet as an asset?
Yes, e-wallet is part of your asset. And it's very important that we do our legacy planning when it comes to managing our digital assets. Because let's just discuss one example. For example, if two sisters are actively involved in Bitcoin investment, for example. So one of the sisters passed away. So the surviving sister does not have any knowledge on a login account, password. So this is where the digital asset actually gets stuck and it cannot be managed. So there's a potential that this asset may not be administer or manage, and to be able to engage and also enter again into the account, there's a lot of steps that needs to be taken. So it's very important in terms of managing our digital assets. We need to ensure that our digital assets are managed the same as how we manage our physical assets. This is to ensure that our digital assets are not abandoned or maybe lost forever.
That's actually quite scary, Wanzila, because we always assume that our families do have access to all this password, but in reality they don't. So earlier we have talked about the risk, what is digital assets, and I think people are wondering too, what is actually the solution? So let us talk about Amanah Raya rules. Okay, many people know us as trustee, but actually what we do is beyond that. Okay, could you share more, and how can we assist people out there to secure their digital asset?
Okay, thank you. Okay, in terms of Amanah Raya's role, we have been here for more than 100 years, managing estates for the public. When it comes to estate management, we are always the get-to provider. So we have the vast experience when it comes to estate management. The first thing, our function is we always advise the public or our customers to always plan how you are going to manage your estate in terms of your assets, your digital assets. When it comes to digital assets, we always advise our customers to plan. So at Amanah Raya, we do have a service called Will, where this is where you do your planning. And you have to list down all the details of your digital assets, not just your digital assets, but also your physical assets as well. So this is where you plan how you want your assets to be managed, and also how the beneficiaries are going to benefit from the planning through the will. Okay, when you engage Amanah Raya as your will service provider, so we are the executor that will manage the administration of your assets. We will manage the estates as executor, okay, and also as administrator. And also when it comes to estate administration, we will ensure that the estate is distributed according to whatever wishes that you have stated in the will or according to the law. Okay, now there was a recent posting in social media. It was a public posting, a question by the public saying that, okay, what happens to my Shopee account in the event anything happens to me? So there were multiple answers and queries from the public in the comment sections. So this is the correct platform for me to explain that. Okay, now that is why when it comes to digital assets, we always advise the public to list down all your assets. If you have 10 assets, then please list down all the 10 assets, your account, your password, so that it's easy for it to be managed. And also, in the event there is no will prepared, what you can advise is that please give the awareness to your family members to always approach Amanah Raya Berhad for us to assist you in managing the digital assets. Not just digital assets, but also physical assets. But the digital assets is for us to manage it and ensure that it is distributed accordingly to the rightful beneficiaries.
That's really insightful, Wanzila, because I believe viewers out there have a minimal informations or even perceptions towards Amanah Raya. So, and now knowing and explaining about the diversify of Amanah Raya's role would definitely help viewers out there. But let's get practical. What can our viewers actually do today to start planning?
Okay, that is a very good question because there's many people are now having digital assets. There must be at least one because most of us at least have a Grab account, at least a Shopee account. These are digital assets. So as mentioned, you need to list down all your digital assets. And what you need to do after that is that we recommend that you write a will and then put in all the details in your will so that in the event anything happens to us later, it can be administered. If the will is written with AmanahRaya Berhad, so AmanahRaya will be the executor of the will. So the details of your digital assets in the will be administered, managed by AmanahRaya Berhad, and will be distributed to your beneficiaries. Apart from writing a will and also putting your digital assets detail in the will, we also have the custodian service as well, which comes free of charge when you write a will with AmanahRaya Berhad. So this custodian of documentations, we can keep the documents in terms of if you have a print screen of your digital assets, other documents that you want to provide to AmanahRaya, and also your passwords to your certain digital assets also can be managed by AmanahRaya Berhad.
Nowadays, I believe our viewers out there do own e-wallet, shopping apps, even e-goal that we have in our phones. But other than that, what else do you guys own as part of your digital assets? Maybe our viewers can leave a comment. What other digital assets that you guys own? Let's hear from you. Leave your comment in the comment section. Okay, Puan Zila, earlier you were mentioning that to list down all those passwords in the wills. Is it secure for us to list it down in a paper and perhaps to be shared?
Thank you for that very, very important question, because our public maybe customers would want to know what is the process of writing a will and also keeping your data confidential. So rest assured that when you write a will with AmanahRaya Berhad, all data are kept confidential only within AmanahRaya Berhad. The will be sealed and kept. It will only be open, the details will only be made known upon death and only upon the administration of your estate begins, not before. So we have our processes, our governance, and our compliance in terms of how our customers' data are protected. All wills handled by AmanahRaya Berhad are handled by our certified will writer, who will definitely manage the process of writing your will professionally and with full integrity to ensure that your data are fully protected.
Okay, Puan Zila, before we end our session, we pick one questions from our viewers, where the questions goes align with, if a person had a cryptocurrency, but their family members do not know this password or key, will the currency be lost?
This is a very interesting question. If you know the account exists, what you need to do, though you do not know the password, you can always approach AmanahRaya Berhad for us to assist you in managing the cryptocurrency account. Okay, now, the point here is, in the event no action is taken, you don't know the password, you have not taken any action to manage the account, yes, I would say that the digital currency will be abandoned, will be lost, okay? Now, what you need to do is that you need to take action, because any assets that is not being administered, it will go back to the unclaimed money and it will go back to the government of Malaysia. I'm sure that we do not want that to happen, right? We want to be able to, we want to ensure that our beneficiaries can benefit from our estate. So what needs to be done is that you need to approach AmanahRaya Berhad for us to assist you to administer. There's no password, there's no issue. Let us do the investigation with the company on the cryptocurrency, and AmanahRaya will ensure that the asset, the digital asset, will be distributed to the rightful beneficiaries.
That's a solid advice, Puan Zila, and I believe out there the viewers should be reaching out to AmanahRaya for these services. So at least taking one step ahead if anything happened to them or us in future in managing our assets. Not just the physical like you mentioned earlier, but also digital assets where we have been managing and also neglecting it as to think it as not as part of our asset, but actually it do. Okay, so as a final thought, before we wrap up, Puan Zila, do you have anything else to perhaps share with everyone?
Okay, let's just put one scenario. Just imagine you have your touch and go e-wallet. Maybe the balance value is 5,000. And then you also have your Grab e-wallet. The balance, maybe you have 500 ringgit. And then you also have your travel e-wallet, which the value might be in thousands. So suddenly something happened to you. So what's going to happen to your balance? There's a lot of money there. So by right, your beneficiaries are supposed to be entitled to that portion. So this is where AmanahRaya comes in. This is where we function as administrator. So we advise the public, when you have this kind of scenario, what you have to do is that you have to just approach AmanahRaya Berhad for us to assist you in administering the estate. What we will do is that we will do the administration, and then we will liaise with the particular agencies or company to ensure that we extract the money through our letters of administration and also make the payment directly to the rightful beneficiaries according to the law or according to your intention as you have stated in your will. Okay, in terms of your digital asset, please treat your digital asset the same as how you treat your physical asset. So plan properly as how you want it to be managed to ensure that anything that will pass through to your next generation will go through smoothly.
Puan Zila, let's say our viewers would like to know more or even reach out to AmanahRaya, but not to do wills, yeah? But mostly on getting some more informations and inquire in details. How do they do that?
You can reach out to AmanahRaya through multiple platforms, which our consultations are free. Our platforms are our Canline, our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok, our counter, and also we have video conference.
Okay, Puan Zila, thank you so much for your time and for sharing insights for today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, it's our pleasure. And to everyone's watching, estate planning isn't just about what you leave behind, but it's about leaving peace of mind. If this happened to us, are we really prepared? So don't wait. Your digital assets carry value too. So stay tuned for more estate-related conversation right here on Borak Estate podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and if you have any questions and inquiries, head to our website www.amanahraya.my or visit any AmanahRaya branch near you. Till next time, take care, plan smart, and #jangan tangguh.